Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to class 6th, subject English, chapter 1, Who Did Patrick's Homework? Dear students, in the previous videos we saw that Patrick was a school-going boy, but he always hated doing his homework. One day it happened that Patrick saved a tiniest man from his cat when his cat was playing with the tiniest man. As a reward for this help, the tiniest man offered him a wish that he would help him in doing his homework. But the problem was that whenever Patrick told the tiniest man to do his homework, the tiniest man expected Patrick's help in each and everything. So, in fact, whenever the tiniest man was doing his homework, Patrick had to help him by dictating him or reading it loudly. Let us continue what happened next. When it came to maths, Patrick was out of luck. What are timetables? The elf shrieked. We elves never need that. And addition and subtraction and division and fractions. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. The elf told that in the elf population, they do not use mathematics. They do not know anything about timetables. In their lifestyle, they do not use addition, they do not use subtraction, they do not use division, and also they do not use fraction. Mathematical concepts were completely new idea to the elf. Therefore, he asked Patrick to sit next to him and help him in solving the mathematical problems. I'll continue. Elves know nothing of human history. To them it's a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. When the task of history homework had come, the elf told that they do not understand anything about human history. When we hear about human history, we completely go to the mysterious land, or history, human history looks to be very much mystery to us. Therefore, he told Patrick to go to the library and bring many more books so that he can read them and solve the homework. Now, when all the Patrick's homeworks were becoming difficult to elf become so angry. Before he was just shouting at Patrick, now he started to shout at him in a very louder manner. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? So actually, as a matter of fact, in fact, every day Patrick was working hard to solve the homework. He was going to library, he was bringing the books, he was referring the books, and he was reading lot of the books to find mathematical problem. He was preparing answer for a history question. So totally we can say that the complete effort was put by Patrick, not the elf. Day by day, elf was becoming a nag. The meaning of nag is one who troubles someone all the time by complaining or asking them to do something. Wasn't the elf a nag? Yes, elf was a nag because he always troubled Patrick to do his homework. He always called Patrick to read out the books, bring the books, solve mathematical problem. So he can be called as nag because he always troubled him by complaining or asking doubts about his homework. He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and blurry. Patrick used to stay till late night and used to read the books and find the answers and find the solution for mathematical problems, and he used to prepare history notes, and for all other subjects also he was reading the books, referring many more books and finding solutions. Therefore, he had to stay till late night to complete the homework or whatever the classwork were given by the teacher. Therefore, the next morning he used to feel very, in the sense he used to feel very tired, and he was going to school with his eyes puffed and blurry. When someone stays for late night, what happens to his eyes? You might have noticed sometime that eyes become red and then become quite puffed, in the sense quite swollen eyes. So his eyes were every day looked very puffed and blurry because he used to stay for late night to complete his homework. Finally, the last day of school arrived and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more, so he quietly and slyly slipped out the back door. Now, the last day of school had come. Patrick was ready with the homework and classwork to submit to the teachers. Therefore, the elf understood that this is the last day of contract between him and Patrick. So, without telling anyone, quietly, slyly, he slipped out the back door. In the sense, he went away from Patrick's house forever. What is the new word for you now? Slyly. I have written the meaning for the new word at the bottom. See, slyly means secretly. How did the elf move out from Patrick's house? He moved out from Patrick's house quietly and slyly through the back door. Patrick got A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. And his parents, they wondered what had happened to Patrick. Now Patrick went to school, showed the classmates and homework. Teachers were highly impressed. Teachers were smiled at him and they praised him. In front of all the students, they appreciated him. And his classmates were completely in amazement. They were completely in the shock that how Patrick changed. Also, Patrick got A grade. He was almost like a topper in the class. There was a drastic change in Patrick's behavior. The student, in the beginning, we read that the student was completely neglect towards studies and he was always spending his time by playing games. Now he started to complete his all homework and submit it on time and get very good appreciation from the teachers. Also he got A grade. He has improved a lot. So what was the reaction of his teachers? They smiled and praised him, and his classmates were amazed at him. And the parents, they were wondering what happened to Patrick, like what changed Patrick. Such a laziest boy, how did he change? What made him to change? They were completely in shock and they were wondering. He was now the model kid, cleaned his room, did his chores. He was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude. Now Patrick is completely a changed boy. He is a model kid, even in school as well as in neighborhood. Many parents showed their kids Patrick that you should become like Patrick, and teachers also showed other students Patrick that all the students must change like Patrick. He cleaned his room, he did his daily work even in school as well as in home. He was cheerful, talking to people with very polite manner, never fought with anybody, and he looked very very enthusiastic and very smart. And this drastic change showed that Patrick had developed a new attitude. What do you mean by attitude? A feeling about something or someone. Okay, you have a feeling about someone or something. In the sense, he got new feelings, new concepts or new ideas towards each and everything in his life. So we can say that Patrick got new attitude towards himself and people and the world. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made the tiny man to do all his homework. But poor Patrick always thought that the tiniest man did his all homework. Okay, he thought that he made the tiniest man to do his homework. Is it so, dear children? Let us see. But the I share a secret just between you and me. It wasn't the elf. Patrick had done it himself. This is the truth we know. This is the truth. We are all know that actually, in fact, Patrick did not make the elf to do his homework. Instead, Patrick himself did the homework. Patrick referred all the books, went to the library, bought some other books, went through all the pages, found the answer, he solved mathematical problems, and he himself completed the homework. Whatever, now Patrick is a changed boy, a complete, perfect, smart boy in the class. So what we understood by this story, dear students? We understand that we should not be lazy towards our work. Whatever the works are assigned to us, we have to do, and we should not depend on others for doing our work. When we do our work by ourselves, what happens? We become smart, we become good student, and everybody appreciate. Even our life will become most beautiful. I hope all the students will become like Patrick and will start do your homework by your own without depending on others. Okay, dear students, this is the end of your chapter. Who did Patrick's homework? I hope you have understood the chapter. I will send the classwork to your WhatsApp group. Thank you.